Guys, 6 minutes and 22 seconds. Yeah, you heard me right. 6 minutes and 22 seconds. Should that time even be possible for a Ford sedan? But we do have a car that's doing actually just that. See, that kind of time belongs to $1 million hypercars or track purpose built cars built for the track. But this company right here pulled it off, and you guys will never guess who it is. See, we know them more for their smartphones. They usually make smartphones, but they just fired a shot, and this actually just shook up the entire car industry. And then we have it, the great old Nurburgring. See, this place here, this track is where cars come to prove themselves. You know, that's the way, if you want to be considered a performance king, you really got to come on this track. But don't come if you're not ready, because they're testing for everything. They test power, grip, and guts. Like I said, if you don't have what it takes, don't even bother. For years, though, we had names like Porsche, we had Lamborghini, we have Mercedes that was running this track. And as of recently, Porsche actually broke a record with the Porsche Taycan GT Turbo or Turbo GT. They did a 7.75 seconds, which was very impressive. But while we was focused on that, no one saw or expected what Xiaomi was in the kitchen cooking up. See, they didn't just beat this record, they shattered it. However, though, there is a plot twist to this, and this is where the story gets really good. All right, guys, so we have some official business that we need to get out of the way first. Just letting you know that the Xiaomi SU7, the one we could buy in the store, that one actually did the time in 7 minutes and 4.9 seconds. That was the official time that dethroned the Porsche, making the Xiaomi the fastest electric sedan to ever conquer that track. So just look at it. The smartphone company first car defeated Porsche's best car. Isn't that kind of crazy though? But Xiaomi wasn't even done yet. They still had other points they wanted to prove. So you know what they did? They went back, they took their car, stripped it down, got it out, and made it into a non-legal street car. Now they took it back on the track, and they was able to run a 6 minutes and 22 seconds, which actually put them 45 seconds faster than the Porsche, and actually placed them in the top 3 fastest prototypes to ever run that track. So I know by now you guys probably wondering, or you have some questions like, how did they do that? How did a company like that make so much power in a Ford sedan? Well, simple. First, they had a tri-motor setup, so it was 3 engines. Listen to this, yo. They had 2 V8s and 1 V6 in there, which was ridiculous. And they was able to make about 1,548 horses on that car. That translated to a 0 to 60 time in about 1.98 seconds. And top speed was about 217 miles per hour. Again, very, very impressive. But you know what? They didn't just focus on brute force. They kind of wanted to balance it out and have some smart speed or smart power. So what they did, they focused a lot on torque vectoring to help them with their grip management system, which made their car handling was ridiculous, right? To survive the green track, what they did, they gutted the whole interior, gutted everything out. They caged it. It had a roll cage in there. It was fully decked out with carbon fiber aero kits. And as far as tires go, they had the Pirellis, the ultra sticky Pirelli tires. So you know that thing was not street legal. Honestly, that was just a statement of engineering ambition. All right, so let's get one thing straight. Guys, you cannot buy the 6 minute and 22 second car. See, that was actually just a prototype. It was a prototype, kind of like a rolling laboratory, just displaying Xiaomi's potential, or their car's potential and technology in place that they have. See, but that's exactly what made this such a monumental moment. Xiaomi proved 2 things here, guys. They proved that they could make a production car that could take on any of the competitors. Also, that they do have the technology in place if they wanted to, that could take on track monsters, hypercars, things like that. This was actually a signal to the automotive world that a company with a background in batteries and software tech could actually step in here and potentially dominate. All right, so what was your thoughts on this? Do you think this was just another brilliant marketing stunt, these was actually shots fired across the car industry to let them know that a new king is coming for the throne. Please drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you like seeing old guards get challenged by new players, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. All right, so the Xiaomi SU7 Nurburgring performance time, that is a time that we actually going to be remembering for a very long time to come. This is a classic story of a newcomer coming along, punching the king in the face, and just taking the crown. See, even though that 6 minutes and 22-second time belongs to a prototype, it was not a production car. Even so, that sends a clear message, a message that says the race for future performance. It's not only among Tesla and Ford, Rivian, stuff like that. There's actually other companies out there, other giants out there that's stepping into the game right now. And they're a lot faster than we could ever imagine, guys.